So if you've been on social media at all recently, and who hasn't, you've seen hundreds of women every single day making videos declaring that everything men do now is just the bare minimum. If he puts a dish in the dishwasher, bare minimum. Texts her back before midnight, bare minimum. Remembers her birthday without Facebook reminding him? Nah, bro, that's not love. That's just existing correctly. And of course, if you haven't spent 10 grand on a present, gotten her flowers, and a nice card, yep, you guessed it, the bare minimum. And what's hilarious, what you'll never see one of these women make, is a video talking about what they do for men. Mostly because it's not even the bare minimum. I mean, for most of them, men expecting anything in return is a crime against humanity. To them, having to bring anything to the table except their presence is so ridiculous it's not even worth mentioning. Never mind the fact that their presence is the equivalent of getting new socks as your main present every Christmas for 10 years in a row, which, let's face it, is pretty much exactly what most men get. Anyway, if that's the game we're playing, and in the interest of equality, we need to make it fair. Because if bare minimum applies to men, then buckle up, ladies, because it also applies to you. And something tells me you're not going to like it. And we're going to start off with the most common one that you all mention, chores. Ladies, if men putting a plate in the dishwasher is just the bare minimum, then guess what? You cooking dinner every night is also the bare minimum. And no, sweeties, tossing frozen nuggies and fries into an air fryer ain't making you Martha Stewart. That's just lazy math with hot grease. And oh yeah, the dishwasher is doing more cooking than you. Congratulations, you're unemployed in your own kitchen. All right, next up, let's talk romance, another favorite of theirs. If men buying you flowers every week, and not the ones from the grocery store either, because that's just lazy, is the bare minimum, then guess what? You giving him a weekly BJ is also the bare minimum. I mean, flowers die in about 3 days. At least the BJ keeps the relationship alive for another week. And don't hit us up with the I'm not in the mood or I have a headache when we've been keeping half of 1-800-Flowers in business for years now. On to yet another favorite of the ladies, emotional effort. If our remembering the random name of your cousin's cute new puppy is the bare minimum, then you not dragging up every mistake we've made since 2014 is also the bare minimum. Ladies, I know this may come as a shock to you, but you're not the Library of Congress. So stop archiving our trash day slip-ups like they're part of the Smithsonian collection, especially considering that you lose your minds when we just happen to remember and point out yours. Next one is another biggie, financials. This is another one they make tons and tons of videos about. If men having to pay for dinner, drinks, and movies is just the bare minimum, and let's face it, even that isn't enough anymore for most of you, then you splitting the check or paying the full ride the next time we go out is also the bare minimum. Oh, and we expect nothing less than a brand new shirt to be delivered the day before our date, and it better not be from Amazon. Minimum acceptable is Prada, Brioni, or maybe we'll slum it with a Dior or Burberry. You also have to meticulously have this whole thing planned. We shouldn't have to be the ones carrying the mental load every time we go out. And since we're speaking of shirts, let's take it a little further. Let's talk about appearance in general, shall we? If our shaving, showering, and showing up clean is bare minimum, then you not rolling into bed with pajama pants, dry shampoo, and an attitude is also bare minimum. In fact, at a minimum, you should be coming to bed in full face, wearing lingerie, and ready to go 3 times a week. Maybe twice if it's a certain time. Oh, what? That's misogynistic? Really? Funny how you think you can demand James Bond while you're giving Dollar Store Fiona from Shrek. Sorry, Toots. If we're expected to smell like Dior Sauvage, you can't come to bed smelling like fish, 3-day-old Starbucks, and regret. Okay, I think we're up to number 6, which would be commitment. A word most of today's women don't even know the definition of. If men being faithful is the bare minimum, then guess what, ladies? Women not having a work husband, a gym crush, and a backup roster so deep the 27 Yankees are jealous is also the bare minimum. Sorry, ladies, but if your DMs look like the NBA draft board, you don't get to talk to us about loyalty. And stop, just stop already with calling it networking or claiming he's just a friend. Those aren't job offers or buds. They're auditions and backup plans. You know it, and we do too. Number 7 is the embodiment of most of today's women. Yep, you got it right. Attitude. If men showing up calm, steady, and dependable is only the bare minimum, then her showing up without an attitude is also the bare minimum. Ladies, we're done with your narcissism. Done with your princessness. Is that even a word? You aren't Di. Hell, most of you aren't even Megan. And that's one hell of a low bar. So stop expecting to be treated like them. We aren't your Prince Charming, especially when you're stomping around like Maleficent with Wi-Fi issues. Now on to the one that really sets the ladies off. Sex and intimacy. If men initiating intimacy is the bare minimum, then her not treating sex like a hostage negotiation every single time is also the bare minimum. And no, sweetheart, fine, but make it quick isn't intimacy. It's pity cardio. If you're just going to lay there like a warm corpse counting the seconds till it's over, don't call it lovemaking. Call it a tax write-off. Because at that point, you aren't a wife or partner. You're basically a slightly damp participation trophy. All right, we've only got a couple more to go, and I definitely want to hit this one. So let's talk parenting. If a dad showing up at his kid's soccer game every time is the bare minimum, then mom not trash talking him in the stands when he can't make it because his boss just hit him with a huge project on a very short deadline is also the bare minimum. And sorry to all you single moms out there, but you standing there yelling, "Go, honey," while telling Karen next to you that your ex is a deadbeat because he's working 3 jobs to cover the outrageous child support you're getting, most of which goes towards your weekly hair and nail glow-ups, not actually towards the children, isn't you being a good mom and him being a bad dad. It's you sabotaging him with pom-poms. And finally, number 10, communication. If a man listening to a woman vent is the bare minimum, then her not turning every single conversation into a full TED Talk about her, complete with enough sequels to make Marvel Studios look like amateurs, is also the bare minimum. Her demanding that she get to vent every aspect of her life to him while never allowing him even a millisecond of time to vent about his isn't him doing what he should. It's her making it all about her. And for the love of God, ladies, shorten it up. You don't need to hit us with the 4-hour extended director's cut when the 2-minute trailer would do the job just fine. So there you have it, my top 10 bare minimums we men should be expecting from the ladies. Did I miss any? Let me know down in the comments. And ladies, if you don't like it, too bad, so sad. You made the rules, not us. We're just playing by them now. And the truth is, when it all boils down to it, the bare minimum isn't the problem. Your hypocrisy is. You expect men to perform like trained dolphins, jump through hoops, clap on command, and toss the ball back, while all of you act like rolling out of bed in the morning without biting someone's head off deserves a standing ovation and an Oscar. If you want equality, cool, but then the bare minimum cuts both ways. So until then, don't call it the bare minimum. Call it what it really is. You wanting maximum effort while giving Spirit Airlines energy in return.